10x your gold.
It's a 10xer. I'm like barely an xer.
Free Falcon here again. Today we're going to be going over how to pick which items to be crafting for reselling inside the market. So your market typically has a max amount that you can sell an item, which is 10 times the value of the item. So you can see the base value is 160,000. The max we can sell it for is 1.6 million. So this is the benchmark number we're trying to hit. Now what I found is that there is typically a hole in the 8, 7, 8, and 9s. You can usually find stuff that sells for 10x. There, once you get higher, it starts dropping down, and once you get lower, it drops down. But you can usually find some items here. And usually what I do is I just open up here, and I just look for whatever the highest one is that is not a green, right? Or even if we're looking and we see that there's some stuff not represented at all, that's likely that we can. So let's look here at this Gaia's enforcement. You see it's 490,000, that's 4.8 million. So we could potentially be selling this for that minus the charge, what they put for it. So going in here, then we're crafting, we'll just speed that along so we can get through. Let's go in, take a look, and see what it takes to make the Gaia's enforcer here. So it's not too expensive. So let's make one of these. Well, let's do some selling, get enough to offload or finish that out actually. Alright, so 849, and then we ate that up, so we'll just throw something random on here to craft, and then we can go in here into the market, select our items, let's go to tier 9, and now we can throw it on there. So just go to next, and then we're just going to short charge them by $1. So 4799999. Okay. You can see that 12 hours brings us to here. So we get $4.3 million for making one tier level 9. So we can just keep making these. The reason that these tend to go at those levels is that, to me, it appears that those are the most requested amount to sell for coins, is those in those levels. Now if we go in and we look at our tier 13 items, so let's say we're in this same bracket here. If we look at the value, 7.1, so it's about half of that, which that's a specialized one. 6.5. Now going into 12, we can see that we are actually making more money off of crafting the tier 9, which takes far less resources than what we would on a tyrant's plate here. So we only need 186 there versus 363. So we're making more money. We're making more off of one small item than we are here. And the big thing here is also these are easier to get your ascensions on, and that drops these two numbers here. So these are the ones that burn through quicker. So burning through 46 of these gems right here is a big deal. So 13 is a lot more manageable because these don't regenerate all that quick. Your primary resources tend to not be an issue, but here they are. So if we can come through, and this is, doing the same here, we could probably do it here, that 8 to 31, so I mean that's a fourth of the amount of essence here. So it makes it a lot easier to come through and mass craft stuff up for money. Now let's look at T8. So if we come in through here, we can see here that this one is over 10x, which means this is one that we actually don't have mastered, so our valuation is less. But here, so 285, so the Alpine Shrines are a 10x item. So this would be one that we come through and start crafting. So let's say that we go into the T12s. So these are going to be ones that we're probably not going to find 10x's. And if we do, we want to accentuate on those. They're usually going to be, see, this one's not even a double, so this would be one that we want to throw an enchantment on and surcharge, right? Because it's just not worth offloading without it. So here, so this would be one that would probably be worth it. So this is like a 4x. It's not as good as the 10x, but it's, you know, pretty good. The enchantments for these branches, they tend to be worth selling. So the T12 enchantments are definitely worth selling because you can see here it's a 6x, and these will sell all day long. The other ones you're probably going to be sitting on the market for a while until, you know, you're basically just banking until somebody requests this item for coins. And then someone's going to come through and buy these up because it's easier to do that than have to go in and craft. But it can create a gold mine in order to do so. And then looking here at the T7s, so here's another 10x, so the brine water goes from 140 to 1.4. And I don't mind doing these, because if we come in here, and let's just look at the brine water here. See, we don't need any essence, and we don't need any gems. So coming down into the 7s, we can just pop these out as much as we got here. So I mean, we could make 8 or 9 of these real quick without any fuss or muss. So it's usually what I do whenever I start hitting, or I'm trying to save up my gems or my essence in order to stack in some higher level stuff. I'll just come in and do my research real quick, throw in a whole bunch of these, get them on the market, you know, and 10x my money.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.